Don't wait. Transform today, family. Let me tell you something straight from the heart. Your life won't change tomorrow unless you make the decision to transform today. Too many people keep waiting for the perfect time. They say, I'll start next week. I'll change when I have more money. I'll get serious when life settles down. But the truth is, life never just settles down. There will always be bills, struggles, distractions, and storms. Transformation doesn't come when life is easy. Transformation comes when you make a choice in the middle of the storm to rise higher. The moment you decide, I'm not living like this anymore. I'm not letting fear run my life. I'm not staying stuck. That's the moment transformation begins. You can't keep waiting on opportunities. You must create them. You can't keep hoping for change. You must step into it. Don't wait. Transform today. Stop waiting for the right time. One of the biggest lies people tell themselves is, I'm just waiting for the right time. Let me tell you something. There will never be a perfect time. Life will always throw something at you. If you keep waiting for conditions to be perfect, you'll still be waiting 10 years from now. The right time is a trick your mind plays to keep you comfortable. It makes you believe progress is in the future instead of right here. You've been telling yourself next month, next year, after I fix this, after I pay that. Then guess what? Time is passing you by while you rehearse those excuses. There's power in deciding that today is enough. Even with all the chaos around you, even with the challenges in your pocket, you can still take one step forward right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Think about it. How many times in your life did you hesitate, only to look back and realize you should have moved sooner? How many blessings did you delay because you were waiting on the calendar instead of acting on faith? Stop telling yourself, I'll start when I feel ready. If you wait to feel ready, you'll never begin. Transformation starts not when you're ready, but when you're tired of being stuck. Opportunities don't knock on your door when you're sitting idle. They show up when you're already moving. People see your grind, doors open, and momentum builds, but you have to take the first step, even if you're trembling while doing it. Look at the people who are winning. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for conditions to line up. They stepped out when it didn't make sense, and because they moved, everything else started moving around them. If you don't move, you'll become a prisoner of someday. And someday is the most dangerous day on the calendar because it doesn't exist. You either act today or you stay stuck. Transformation doesn't wait for your schedule, it waits for your decision. The moment you decide, enough is enough, things begin to shift. You'll be amazed at how doors start to crack open once you take that bold step. Stop waiting for money. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for comfort. Do what you can with what you have. Transformation loves movement. It loves faith. It loves risk. You have to stop praying for change while refusing to act on it. Prayer without movement is just a wish. Faith without action is dead. You want transformation? Step out into it today. The enemy of progress is hesitation. Every day you hesitate, you're letting fear rob you. You're letting time steal from you. And once that time is gone, you can't buy it back. So the question isn't, when will the time be right? The question is, when will you decide to make it right? You don't need the world to align. You just need to move. Let today be the day you stop postponing your greatness. Stop telling yourself stories about timing. The only story you need is, I started today and I never looked back. Because once you stop waiting for the right time, you'll discover that the right time has always been now. Break the chains of excuses. Excuses are the chains that keep you locked in the same cycle year after year. You keep telling yourself why you can't instead of focusing on how you can, and as long as you justify your inaction, you'll never taste transformation. Every excuse feels reasonable when you're saying it, but step back and ask yourself, did that excuse move me forward or keep me stuck? Most of the time, it's just a comfortable prison. Excuses sound like, I don't have enough money, I don't have the time, I don't have the support. Let me tell you, people with less money, less time, and less support than you still made it happen. The difference was they killed their excuses. Transformation doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't give trophies for the best excuses. It rewards execution. When you keep leaning on excuses, you train your mind to settle. You lower the standard of your life to fit the reason you gave. Instead of stretching yourself, you shrink yourself. Excuses always feel good in the moment, but later they taste bitter. They leave you with regret, wondering what could have been if you had just pushed through. You have to make a decision that your excuses will die today. Every time an excuse rises up, shut it down with action. Don't argue with it, overrule it. The most dangerous thing about excuses is they sound so logical. But logic doesn't change lives. Faith and discipline do. Excuses rob you of urgency. They make you think you have more time than you really do. But the clock is ticking, and you don't get those minutes back. Every time you choose an excuse, you delay your transformation another day. And one day you'll wake up realizing all those days added up to years. The chains of excuses can only be broken by one thing: responsibility. The moment you stop blaming everything else and own your life, that's when freedom begins. Stop saying you can't because of your past. Stop saying you can't because of your circumstances. Transformation doesn't ask where you came from. It asks where you're willing to go. Excuses keep you safe, but safe never changes you. Safe never transforms you. Safe just keeps you where you are. If you want to break free, you have to tell yourself the truth. I'm not stuck because of life. I'm stuck because of my excuses. That truth will set you free. And once you destroy excuses, you'll find out you had the power to change all along. Start small, but start now. Too many people don't start because they think transformation has to begin with something huge. They want a big move, a dramatic change, a complete overhaul. But the truth is, big change is born out of small, consistent steps. A seed doesn't look like a tree when it's planted. It looks small, insignificant. But given time, water, and sunlight, it becomes something unshakable. Your transformation works the same way. Don't despise small beginnings. Every great story you've ever admired started with one simple step. Every millionaire, every leader, every visionary, none of them started at the top. They started at the bottom with small actions. The problem is people overthink. They say, if I can't do it all, I won't do it at all. That's the trap. Progress doesn't require perfection. It requires movement. Start today by changing one habit. Start today by making one decision. Start today by refusing one distraction. Don't wait until you have it all figured out. Just start. When you take small steps consistently, they compound. What seems small at first builds momentum, and momentum is what makes transformation unstoppable. Think about it. If you commit to just 1% improvement each day, by the end of the year, your life won't even look the same. That's the power of small but consistent action. Transformation doesn't happen in one leap. It happens in daily disciplines. It's in the way you think when you wake up. It's in the choices you make throughout the day. It's in the habits you build at night. Don't wait for the big break. The small steps are your big break. They're training you, shaping you, preparing you for the blessing you've been praying for. Every excuse not to start today robs you of progress tomorrow. Don't tell yourself you'll wait until next week. Next week is just another excuse. Start today, even if it's small. Small steps are proof of faith. They say, I may not have it all, but I trust I can grow. And when you show faith in small beginnings, God shows favor in your journey. People will laugh at your small start. They'll say, that's not enough. But let them laugh. Every oak tree was once a tiny acorn. Every empire started with one decision. The beauty of starting small is that it teaches you humility. It teaches you patience. It teaches you how to value progress over perfection. Don't wait for the mountain to move. Start climbing it one step at a time. Your future self will thank you for the steps you took today. Because at the end of the day, transformation doesn't require a giant leap. It only requires the courage to take the first step right now. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is good, but it's temporary. It's like a spark. It burns bright for a moment, but then it fades. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning even when you don't feel like moving. Too many people wait on motivation to act. They say, "I'll do it when I feel inspired." That's why their life is inconsistent. Inspiration comes and goes, but discipline shows up every day. Discipline means you show up when it's raining. Discipline means you keep going when you're tired. Discipline means you don't quit when nobody is clapping for you. The truth is, transformation isn't built on feelings. It's built on habits. If you only move when you feel motivated, you'll never see change. But if you move out of discipline, you'll build a new lifestyle. Discipline is what makes you wake up earlier than you want to. Discipline is what makes you study when you'd rather relax. Discipline is what makes you save when you'd rather spend. Motivation fades after a few days. But discipline is a decision you make every single morning. It's not about emotion, it's about commitment. Think about the strongest people you know. They didn't get there because they were always motivated. They got there because they were disciplined when motivation was gone. Discipline creates results. Motivation creates feelings. Which one do you want to guide your life? Feelings or results? There will be days when you don't want to move. Days when the dream feels too far. That's when discipline steps in and carries you. Discipline protects you from regret. Because even when you don't feel like it, you still made progress. And when you look back, you'll be proud you didn't give up. You don't need motivation every day. You need rules for yourself. Rules that say, I don't stop. I don't quit. I don't fold. I keep showing up. Discipline is the bridge between desire and destiny. Everybody desires transformation. But only the disciplined cross that bridge. Discipline is not punishment, it's protection. It protects you from staying average. It protects you from wasting years. It protects you from living in regret. So don't just chase motivation. Build discipline, because motivation may get you started, but discipline will take you all the way. And when you live with discipline, transformation doesn't just happen once. It becomes your lifestyle. Surround yourself with elevators, not anchors. Who you surround yourself with matters more than you realize. People are either elevators or anchors. Elevators lift you higher, anchors pull you down. And if you're not careful, the wrong crowd will drown your transformation before it even begins. Think about it. Every time you share a dream, watch the response. Some people will cheer you on, others will doubt you. That's how you know who's elevating you and who's anchoring you. Elevators are the people who remind you of your potential when you forget it yourself. Anchors are the ones who constantly remind you of your past. Elevators see possibility, anchors see problems. You can't transform while dragging dead weight. If the people around you are constantly negative, constantly doubting, constantly complaining, they're anchoring you down. Some people are attached to you only as long as you stay the same. The moment you try to rise higher, they resist. That's how you know they were never in your corner. They were just comfortable with your struggle. Elevators may not always agree with you, but they will always push you. They challenge you, they stretch you, they remind you not to settle. Anchors don't want you to grow because your growth exposes their comfort. If you rise, they feel left behind. So instead of rising with you, they try to hold you down. You have to learn to release anchors, not out of hate, but out of love for your destiny. If you want to fly, you can't keep carrying people who refuse to move. Transformation requires environment. You can plant a seed in bad soil, and it won't grow. Same with you. You need the right soil, the right voices, the right energy. Elevators are the people who clap for you even when it's not their season. They're secure enough to push you higher without feeling threatened. Look at your circle. Are they feeding your faith or feeding your fear? Are they inspiring you or exhausting you? That answer will tell you everything. Some of you are stuck, not because you lack potential, but because you're surrounded by anchors. And until you cut those ropes, you'll keep wondering why you're not moving. Elevators are rare, but when you find them, hold on. They'll believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. They'll push you into rooms you never thought you could enter. Your transformation will accelerate when you surround yourself with people who see greatness in you. Transformation slows when you stay around people who only see limits. So choose wisely, elevators or anchors. Because your environment will either help your transformation or kill it. Learn to forgive yourself. One of the biggest barriers to transformation isn't the opinion of others. It's the weight of your own guilt. You can't move forward if you keep replaying your past. Transformation starts with forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself for the mistakes, for the bad decisions, for the wasted years. If you don't, you'll keep punishing yourself for what you can't change. Too many people drag yesterday into today. They wake up with shame, regret, and what-ifs. And that heavy baggage keeps them from moving freely into their transformation. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean you excuse the past. It means you release it. You acknowledge it, you learn from it, and then you let it go. The truth is, everybody has messed up. Everybody has failed. The difference between those who transform and those who stay stuck is simple. Some chose to forgive themselves and move on. If you keep holding yourself hostage to your past, you're giving your mistakes more power than your potential. That's not fair to your future. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I am not what I did. I am not my past. I am not my failures. I am more than that. Forgiveness is freedom. It frees your mind, your spirit, your energy. It opens up space for new opportunities because you're no longer chained to regret. Guilt may knock on your door daily, but you don't have to let it in. You can say, I acknowledge what I did, but I refuse to be defined by it. Transformation cannot bloom in soil poisoned by shame. You must cleanse your heart with forgiveness before growth can take root. Forgiving yourself also teaches you compassion. It allows you to extend grace to others because you know what it feels like to need it yourself. Some of you keep replaying one chapter over and over, never realizing your book still has pages left to be written. Forgiveness allows you to turn the page. Stop punishing yourself for not knowing then what you know now. The lesson is proof you've grown. Transformation means using the lesson, not living in the pain. When you forgive yourself, you regain your power. You tell your past, you don't own me anymore. I am walking into my future free. And once you embrace that freedom, transformation will feel lighter, faster, and more powerful than ever before. Feed your mind before you feed your day. Transformation starts in the mind. Before your body moves, before your decisions shift, before your habits change, your mind has to change first. That's why what you feed your mind determines the direction of your life. Too many people wake up and immediately feed their mind with chaos, news, negativity, gossip, social media drama, and then they wonder why their day feels heavy, distracted, and unproductive. If you want a transformed life, you have to feed your mind before you feed your day. What you let in first thing in the morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Don't start your day by scrolling other people's lives. Start your day by building your own. Read something inspiring, listen to something uplifting, speak something powerful over yourself. When you wake up, your mind is fresh. That's when it's most vulnerable to influence. If the first thing you give it is negativity, you've already poisoned your day. Imagine treating your mind like a garden. If you plant weeds, you'll grow weeds. If you plant seeds of faith, wisdom, and strength, you'll grow transformation. Feeding your mind is not optional, it's essential. Just like your body can't survive without food, your mind can't grow without proper nourishment. Some of you keep trying to change your actions without changing your thoughts. That's like painting over a cracked wall. Until you fix the foundation, the cracks will keep showing. Feeding your mind daily with positive, powerful, and purposeful thoughts builds mental strength. It trains you to see possibilities where others see problems. Transformation requires focus, and focus comes from a trained mind. You can't focus if your mind is full of noise. You have to clear it, feed it, and sharpen it. Start small. 10 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of prayer, 10 minutes of affirmations. Just a little daily food for your mind will change the way you walk into the world. A strong mind makes strong choices, and strong choices create strong results. If you want lasting transformation, you must guard what enters your thoughts. Don't let people dump trash into your mental space. Be selective. Protect your peace. Feed your spirit before the world tries to drain it. Transformation is not just physical, it's mental. When you feed your mind daily, your actions naturally align with your new vision. So before you feed your day with tasks, demands, and distractions, feed your mind with wisdom, truth, and power. That's how you win. Act like the person you want to become. Transformation doesn't just happen when you arrive, it happens when you start acting like the future version of yourself right now. Too many people say, when I get there, then I'll act differently. No, you get there because you act differently today. If you want to be successful, start carrying yourself like success is already in your blood. If you want to be strong, start making choices like strength is already inside you. Transformation requires you to live in alignment with your vision. You can't pray for greatness while practicing mediocrity. Start asking yourself daily, what would the best version of me do in this situation? Then act like that person. That's how transformation takes root. Don't wait for the title to act like the leader. Don't wait for the money to act like you're responsible. Don't wait for the blessing to walk in confidence. Act now. The secret is that your actions shape your identity. Every choice you make reinforces the person you're becoming. If you keep acting like the old you, you'll keep getting the old results. But the moment you start acting like the new you, you'll attract new results. Transformation is not about faking it. It's about becoming it. You're not pretending, you're practicing. You're rehearsing the future you until it becomes reality. Think about how athletes train. They act like champions long before they win trophies. That mindset and behavior is what positions them for victory. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you think, it should already reflect the person you're aiming to be. That's how you create alignment between your present and your future. People may laugh and say, "Who do you think you are?" Let them laugh, because soon enough they'll realize you were only becoming who you were destined to be. Acting like your future self creates momentum. It attracts opportunities, it commands respect, and it trains your mind to believe, yes, this is me. Every day is an audition for the life you want. The way you live today is proof of how serious you are about your transformation. So act like it, talk like it, walk like it, live like it, because the future version of you is waiting. And the only way to meet them is to start being them right now. Don't wait. Transform today, family. Hear me on this. Life is not waiting on you. Time is not slowing down. Every second you hesitate is a second you don't get back. You've heard it all. Stop waiting for the right time. Kill the excuses. Start small, but start now. Build discipline. Surround yourself with elevators. Forgive yourself. Feed your mind and act like the person you want to become. That's the formula. That's the blueprint. That's the path to transformation. The truth is, Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to knock on your door and hand you the life you dream about. If you want it, you have to go get it. If you want change, you have to step into it. Transformation is not waiting on tomorrow. It's waiting on your decision today. Don't let fear keep you frozen. Don't let excuses keep you chained. Don't let regret keep you living in the past. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your chance to stand up and say, I refuse to keep living like this. I refuse to waste my days. I refuse to miss my purpose. You don't have to do it all today. You just have to start today. One step, one decision, one act of faith can shift your whole life. And once you start, momentum will carry you. Discipline will sustain you. The right people will surround you. And your future self will thank you. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop postponing your greatness. The version of you that you've been praying for, hoping for, dreaming for. It's not somewhere out there in the future. It's inside of you right now, waiting to be unleashed. The only thing standing between who you are and who you can become is the decision to start, not tomorrow, not next week, not when everything is perfect, but right here, right now. So hear me one last time. Don't wait. Transform today.